Yeah, so Silas, as you guys just take a step away from Captain Blair, you pull over Oriana for a quick powwow. Okay.
Quick question: is Oriana wearing the ring? I assume so.
I thought about this afterwards. I would imagine like she would probably have had the ring on the hand that was stabbed. Because that's interesting.
That is canon, yes. That is canon. Because when she stabbed it, I described that the ring was humming with power.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
This will pull you aside and take the hand that was stabbed. I don't remember if anyone ever healed it. Did anyone heal it?
Oh, she fixed herself up. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Okay.
Might be like a very faint scar, but that's it.
Taos will literally just be holding your hand and point at the ring. This is Brendan's?
Yes.
And
the hag ended up leaving it, and then Janek looked at it. Apparently, it has some type of magic to it.
You mind if I take it, at least for a bit? Just for a little bit, at least. Taos kind of looks at you, pleading.
Are you sure you're good for that?
What's that supposed to mean?
There's been a lot lately, and I'm just trying to make sure this isn't like a straw that broke the camel's back situation.
Well, I hadn't thought of that. You seem to have given Silas a new idea. But they shake their head. And their ears flatten, and they say no. I just want to see it for a bit. Not gonna do anything to it.
I imagine not. She's just like taking the thing off and handing it over.
Thank you. And Silas will just look at it and turn it over in their hands.
Just like inspect the ring for a second. No, she's just looking at it too. So, what's up?
I just forgot we had this, that's all. But yeah, Silas will just look it over and won't give it back unless prompted. Possibly once or twice.
hey, no.
Stuffs it into a random pocket. Good luck finding it.
So, to lay it out on the table, without hesitation, I was going to give it back to you at least after the fight. Mostly because I wanted to cave the fucking thing's skull in with the ring. I think it would be very cool. As well as deserve it. If you want it...
That's a good idea.
Yeah. If you want to keep it now, that's fine. You and him were the closest. So I imagine there's emotional attachment and you would want to keep it.
I do want to keep it, but seeing that bitch get what she deserves. And then Silas will hand over the ring. With this, I think it'll be very satisfying.
I think there's some poetic justice in there. She'll just take the ring back. Sorry, was there anything else? Or did you just want to make sure you weren't just misremembering something?
Silas seems to think for a minute, and they eventually just shake their head.
Fuck, I knew you were gonna take that in. Just kind of pause for a minute. It's like, all right then. Sorry. Are you gonna head to bed anytime soon, or are you just gonna?
What's the other option?
I don't know. I was gonna hang out with Blair more, but she's abrasive, and she knows that. So I don't know if everyone wants to stay.
No,
might talk to
I
her
think
about
I'll head to
some other
bed.
things. Fair enough. And then they part. Just
Yeah.
actually no, just pats Alice on the head. It's like good night, and then goes back to hang out with them.
Salas walks away purring.
All right, so that's yeah. I'm not gonna question it.
Hmm.
So, Dane, Oriana, Sajar, you guys hang out with Secret Captain Blair for the evening. Alessander is
Occupado.
he thought he'd be getting laid, but instead he's getting prayed. Let's see,
Shut the
Anushka and
fuck
Amber.
What kind of man do you think Alessander is?
A lucky one. Apparently, I was wrong.
Anushka, Amber, Deet, and Zal are on their respective dates. So, let's go to day 3. After so long.
I need to pull up the sheet. 1 second.
Oh yeah, where's the link for that? Because it's sort of been buddied. No.
Would Oriana have been able to ask if Blair wanted to train? Like, we could just skip past that if you want.
This is
The training thing tomorrow.
If you want to, yes.
Yeah.
She will remind you that her and Garadia are cut from the same cloth. And that if you're training with her, you won't be using the blunt Slayer training room. You'll be training with her in the secret room.
I can work with that. I'm aiming for results.
Also-
I'm not picky on how.
She also lets you know that you won't be getting results immediately.
I imagine.
Also, thank you, O, for that art. I will call that wolf_flesh.
Flesh.
Very good. So, let's kick things off. Day 3 has a number of you training, or at least going to go train.
Mhm.
I will ask Oriana, are you still going to talk with Secret Captain Janik? Or are you changing to training?
I don't. The original intent with talking to Janik was to figure out like the strategy of like training, more or less, if that makes sense. I'm like trying to, not be possessed by your teacher. So I don't know. I don't know if that could just overlap with training.
It would.
Okay, then.
Because he would just tell you, like, that's not really something you just undo.
Hmm.
Right? There's actually, no, I take that back. There is a way for you to undo it. You go talk with an executor.
Hmm.
And you pray to the gods above that it's a skilled executor. My bad, not a skilled executor. A master executor.
Was this the same thing that killed off 2 of your other players?
No, that's a trial of chalices.
Oh, yeah.
Which won't help you in this situation, unless you want to commit suicide by Exalted Lord Octavian, which would be pretty funny given that he talked to you guys earlier. Yeah, he would just let you know, like, he doesn't have anything in mind off the top of his head that can help with that. But if you're trying to just at least undo training, Garadia is the breaker of people.
Yeah, she'll rock with that information in that case.
If you want to send over a list of items that you're trying to purchase with what money you have, send it over. Just be sure to look at the prices in the PHB for the actual things you're trying to purchase.
Yeah.
Keeping in mind that those are the prices in the PHB, so they probably would have a markup on how much they actually are in town. Certain items are barred from common trafficking, common sales, so you guys aren't going to find a fucking supreme healing potion being sold in anywhere in Davros. Stuff like that.
okay.
So
I would like to buy 1+7 weapon, please.
Wow, you have even better than Blair's. Impressive.
She's a little chump, she don't
Redain,
know
can
what
you
about.
roll me your investigation as you are trying to pin down, I guess, rather, Captain Godadia? Let's put all the present captains back on the board. Oh, he did it! You rolled so shit last time too.
It was
nice.
1 last time.
It wasn't one last time. Yeah, you go to the training grounds early, well before anyone else is awake at the Colonnade Commons. What are you trying to do? I would ask that first.
Just track his movements all the way there from whence he came.
Simple enough. You actually get there like from the main entry hall as he's coming down from the officer barracks area. And, you know, he goes to the training grounds. He's usually the first one there, aside from people actually trying to be there overnight. And as he, like, leaves the perimeter, or not the perimeter, the area, you go up the stairs to the officer's quarters and just sort of, like, do, like, a cursory look across all the doorways to see which one was the most recently disturbed, because he literally just came down, and you managed to locate his quarters. Or his assigned quarters for the time being. Again, these aren't, like, his permanent quarters for his entire duty. But for the time he's in town, these are his rooms. Or his room.
Gotcha.
Is there anything?
Okay.
Roger. Is there anything you want to do, or are you gonna sit on it?
And he's already left at this point?
Yes, yeah, he's out in the training grounds, setting everything up.
Okay. Is the door locked?
It is locked. If only you had some sort of tools of thievery. It's
Is
crazy.
there anyone around that would see me doing such?
As you're like walking around, there are people coming and going. They look to be like messengers and stuff, but it's not terribly hard, especially this early in the morning, to get a moment where it's just you.
Okay. Then I would wait for that moment and pick the lock.
Roll me your thieves' tools.
Please don't.
It'd be so funny if you broke your thieves' tools right now.
Please don't.
Okay, no, yeah. It's a very difficult lock. These are very well-made locks. But you just managed to barely, like, finish lockpicking it as you begin hearing people come up the stairs.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Does he have any spare boots in there?
He does. He has 2 sets. So one he's wearing and 2 extras.
Okay. I will take the dagger I have and shave off the smallest bead of metal and stick it in the boot.
Ooh.
So when he
Like,
puts
just-
it on, he's going to step on it.
Oh, okay. So you're not like trying to hide it in like the sole of the boot. Like you literally just want to put a attack in his.
Yep, just attacking his boot.
Oh my. That's super easy to do. All you gotta do is just break a bit off your dagger, and then stick it in there. Maybe prop it up so that like it's like pointed upwards. It's like putting like nails in tires. You can't just let the tire roll onto it. You gotta have it pointing up.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's it.
Roll me your perception. You peer out through the keyhole to see if anyone that just passes by or whatever. You put your ear to the door to hear if anyone's nearby. And when you think the coast is clear, you open up the door, look and like do a quick scan around, and then try to like close it behind you. It's like a self-locking door. Not self-locking, but it's just a door that locks when it's closed. And you seem to be in the clear.
Okay.
Then you head on down.
I have no reason to suspect otherwise. I head on down.
You have no reason to suspect otherwise. You head on down. Eventually, the rest of you make your way to the Slayer training ground, to the exception of Oriana, who heads over to the secret area. We'll get to that shortly. I believe, Alessander, you wanted to train with Sajar. Sajar, you wanted to get some insights into how everyone fights in coordination with one another. And Silas, you wanted to watch Alessander train.
Yes.
I see
Can
no
do
reason
something
why
before I
we
leave
can't
the
work
inn?
together.
These are all things that sound like they all work together very well.
Can I do something before we leave the inn?
Sure.
He would just ask the person we checked in with to have someone for the evening set up a hot bath for him when he returns, and some spirits with some some exchange in spirits, something to make him think of home. And he'll let them know approximately when he expects to be back.
I believe that could be set up, sir.
Excellent, thank you.
Of course, it will require some coinage for the peculiar... Well, I should ask, is there anything specific exchanges you want, or is it just something that we could confirm is from the exchange? If it's something specific you're looking for, that would be extra coin. but I assure you that someone will track it down if it's available in the city. If not, then
I'm
we
not
will.
in the mood for anything very specific today. Just whatever you have on hand that's handy.
Very well, sir. I'll see to it myself.
Excellent.
Then
And then
you
I'll
head
head
on
off to
over.
join the others.
So, Alessander, is there anything in particular you're trying to do with this here training?
In particular, no. He will, as Sajar enters the training grounds, approach him and say, kind of holding a light training sword aloft at him. Sajar, my friend, I challenge you.
What is the nature of the challenge?
Well, I think I'm a bit rusty when it comes to close quarter combat. And I want you to remind me what a good swordsman looks like.
Oh, for a second there, I thought you would challenge me to a real duel. Had me worried there for a hot minute.
If I
Sure.
beat you, I get your hand in marriage.
What?
How's that sound?
No.
Alex pipes in. I get to play at the wet. Oh.
Well, we'll call it a spa then.
This is nothing personal. I think you're lovely, but I already have someone in mind.
Then I shall interrogate you about that to put you off your game.
All right, let's do.
We'll start fencing.
While they fight, can I do the
Just real
the
quick,
music thing that I was
what
gonna-
kind of sorry, Nina, just real quick, what is Sajar use as a weapon?
Oh, great sword, two-hander.
Curved, regular, like straight sword, or
Jagged looking.
jagged looking? Oh god. Well, what does he use for a training sword? Don't kill me.
He has a great sort of wounding.
Oh no.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll grab a practice blade.
Okay.
Okay. You're not gonna kill the poor boy. Okay.
Alright, sorry, I need not go on.
I was just gonna say, can I do the same? Can I do the same thing I did for Sajar, where I play in the background of the battle? However, for Alessander this time.
Roll me the instrument of your choice.
I
Oh.
take it. Nice.
Instrument this time.
You don't know Alessander as much, so it's less of a performance, and you're really more over trying to pinpoint what he's about.
Mhm.
Because this is really, you guys haven't actually gotten into actual combat with Alessander yet.
Yeah.
And fighting each other doesn't count as actual combat, no one at me. So, for the two sparring gentlemen, can you roll me an attack roll with a weapon of your, of the narrative description?
Okay. I'll let you set the stage. Oh no! I also have +8, but I need to roll just as good.
I see. I will say,
Nope.
well, I was gonna say, you could take one of Silas's Bardics, but that won't save you.
Yeah,
Nah.
no, that won't save you.
Oh, you still have London's, thing.
No, I use it.
No, I didn't use that.
Did you use it? Oh yeah, you're right, he did use it.
Yeah, he did.
He rolled like a nat 1. He's like, actually,
Oh my God,
take a
like,
12.
Alessander, as you ask Sajar to remind you what it is like to fight in the melee, you wonder about that request, because Sajar, as he fights with you in the melee, does more than enough magical tricks that it's not just fighting in melee, it's fighting a storm in melee. Punch the storm! Alright, have fun with that. It is, not your best performance.
he is certainly he would be on. He's on the ropes, but if this were an actual fight, he would be dead by now. He is not putting on any effort to look impressive or anything. He is trying to not immediately get pushed out of the fucking arena. He's grunting, he's sweating, he's like, "Oh, good heavens!"
Oh god, what's wrong with you?
I knew I should have prayed harder last night.
Oh, that's a shame. What
And
a
here I
shame.
thought you were going to ask me about my relationships.
I can't get a. Oh god! He ducks under a swing. I can't get a question in. So yeah, no questions. He can't fit them in.
Nope, you are unable to throw any curveballs Sajar's way as
Which would is Sajar putting on such a impressive performance to avoid any questioning?
No?
It just comes naturally to him. All right, I got you.
he just gives proper and thorough reminder of melee. As this fight, I will say to you, Silas, you do question where Alessander's tune fits in with the rhythm. As you watch this, it's just like maybe I want to double check it at a later point. I don't know.
Silas is like, yeah, no, this is going exactly how I thought it'd go. Like in terms of their music, they're like, I'm playing good, but this does not make any sense.
For what it's worth, his defense is perfect.
His defense is on point. Actually, I'll do this. Nina, I will talk to you something.
La la. All right.
Well, I'll tell you what, Alexander, I saw you shooting the other day with Anushka. I would not want to be staring down that barrel.
He ducks under another swing and says, do they have practice guns here?
What the fuck would a practice gun be?
It shoots rubber bullets.
At this
Just
rate,
kidding,
that
rubber
might
bullets
be the
hits
same.
people. Yeah, ain't no safeties here. I will say, Redane, you're at the Slayer compound doing some training as well. America does approach you.
Okay.
Yeah, she catches you like when you're like on like a moment of respite, like a break. Redane, can I talk with you?
He's just like strongly looking around to kind of see who has. Okay, out of character. Who has our best attack modifier?
Right. Okay. Roll me the leadership skill.
Can do. I'm not even in the right game because I'm a dummy.
Erica rolls a leadership skill. Oh god. Oh god. Oh no. You are confident. Yeah.
You're confident someone is attacking.
You are confident it is Sajar. But to be fair, Sajar is near bullying Alexander in the practice bout they're in right now. So that might be a skewed statistic, but it might also be correct. Just saying. L isn't how to take on over Dane's story. Oh, that reminds me. Let me go slap that nat 20 and this nat 1 for you. Yep.
Did you mark my nat 20s later earlier?
I did. I think.
I got 2.
You got 2. You say. I did not. Okay, let me go put those there. There you go. Yeah, you got 5 nat 20s and no nat 1s. Good job, boys.
So, out of curiosity, Alec, how does Alexander fight when he uses his melee weapon? Like, what's his approach?
So, I feel like one of the big contributing factors to how Sajar is handing Alexander his own ass is, I assume Sajar got a heavier two-handed training sword, right?
Yeah.
Alexander elected to take a sort of shorter training weapon that would be used for like dueling, if that makes sense. And the difference in mass is very much like putting things in Sajar's favor, since Alexander can't properly parry the blows, which he is attempting to do to not much effect. And you also see that he doesn't really know what to do with his offhand. And it probably clicks to you that, oh, he uses his sword and gun in tandem.
Which he does not have currently.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
Wah wah. Wah wah. So, yeah, so that's a fantastic leadership role.
Yep.
Mhm.
Feeling it out here.
Yep, we're feeling it. We are feeling it. So you're looking across the field and you're just like, yeah, it's Sajar. Yeah, it's Sajar. But yeah, America, like, is goes over to talk with you. And yeah, asks, to go somewhere else to speak, away from the training grounds. Not that far or anything. Like, she just gestures like the cafeteria, which is like right there, or the smivery or whatever.
Sure, we can do that.
It won't take long, I swear. You two walk a short ways away, and then she stops.
Oh, as we're walking by, he's gonna walk past where Captain Garadia is and look at a knife that appears to have a little bit of a chip missing from it.
I will say, Captain Goradia is not here. At this point. At this point, Captain Goradia would have been grabbed to help Oriana at the Seeker compound.
Okay, fair.
Get cut.
Oh, we'll remember that. Remember that. Oh, we'll remember that. Yeah, so you look around for Captain Goradia and you're just like, huh, he's not here. That's peculiar. And then it's at that point, Miracle stops and turns to you. Also, we need different music. This is good for waking up to, less so for combat bouts. That being said, I don't have much for combat bouts. So here, you get Sunrise of Flutes. Sunrise of Flutes. There we go. So America turns to you and just simply asks you, I assume you've had time to think over the plan for this upcoming operation.
Yes, we had a meeting last night with some of the captains.
Right.
Some ideas, but nothing firm till we have the War Council and I know more.
Can I ask you then where all of us vagrants fit into it?
Big. You know, I don't think that term really fits anymore, does it?
He gets like a mirthless chuckle. You know, it's funny you mentioned that. Vasa brought it up last night as well. Says that we cleaned up a bit. I don't really think I had much cleaning up, more so than him and Zal, though. But I do agree. I suppose we're not as vagrant looking as we were before.
But more importantly, vagrants don't have a home.
He gets like this soft smile. True, although we've yet to earn that keep to call home.
Indeed. Told us I was likely thinking we could use her daemon as a way to scout, make sure we know all the elements.
And that, I don't know how far I can travel away from her. It is locked to her to some degree. Or perhaps she could try to extend it.
But I think we can both agree having Tolis in the fight is a recipe for failure.
And death, yes.
Vaso and Zal might be able to help us with the initial push and pull back if it gets too hairy. It's important to have a route for retreat, and I figured they could help ensure that's secure.
Ooh, roll me your insight.
Oh my god, I did it. I did it again.
Let's go. I heard the bloop.
I'm putting in items.
I heard it. Oh, let's go. All right, that 31's keeping for the whole conversation. She is paying very particular note of the words you're using. Right? You've avoided her, you brought up only Tolis, and when you brought up Zal and Vasa, you said they might be able to help. Not they are going to help. They will help. They might. And you could tell with a 31 insight, like a flicker of dourness, sadness go across her. I see. And what did you have in mind for me then?